Pong the Ride. Contest submission sent in by one of our Discord advanced builders and silver patrons, WisePrey. Thank you so much for your support. And here he says, hello Johnny, I decided to go with the OG of video games with my creation, and I've created Pong the Ride, which takes riders on an exciting ride through the game Pong as the ball. The ride uses around 40 ride triggers and sequences, which runs the panels and the scoreboard of the game. Although time issues, I had to only do partial movements with the panels and they won't move all the time. I've used the spinning Wild Most Coaster and Andy Fletcher cheat to not have any friction on the ride. That is rather concerning because in the rules I said no cheats allowed, as I will not be entering them. Hopefully that doesn't affect the ride. I might have to put the cheat in, but that's technically not allowed. I did run out of time a bit and would have liked to have the exterior building look nicer and would have liked to do more with the night lighting. The Atari console on the map was not created by me, which was created by Vixen and grabbed off the workshop. Any time of day is fine, seat 3 or 4 to show a better view of the ride. Okay, interesting. You may have seen a little clip of this in the cinematics. This is a very interesting concept, and it doesn't seem to be working properly, which is kind of a bummer. If we speed this up, these are supposed to display the numbers. The paddles are moving back and forth. They seem to be working properly, which is really cool. But the numbers here, the scoreboard's not working. I'm not sure how to fix this. So we're going to give it a ride nonetheless. We're just going to go in test mode since I've already kicked the guests out. And let's begin. All right, interestingly enough, it seemed to be working from this perspective. I want to take a look at this in maybe orbit. Is this the one I'm looking for? 0, 0. Oh, I see. We gotta switch cars. Look at this. I don't know if it's like the perspective or the clipping or if it just decided to fix itself when we got on the ride. I have no idea. But now we're actually seeing it work. Ish. Some of the... Look at that. Okay, here we go. Let's speed it up. Well, it's working now. I don't know what the problem was at the introduction there. But there you go. It's a game of Pong. That is actually quite impressive. In terms of triggers, mechanics, the coaster's bouncing when it should be, bouncing off the proper walls, the paddles. Not an easy task. It's actually quite impressive to me. Why it wasn't working at the very beginning, I'm not sure. But there it is. It seems to be working properly now for the most part. Little bits of squares aren't fully lighting up. So is it the first to 9? How does this work? 9, and then it goes back to 0. And it's resetting. Okay. Well, I don't know what the problem was. It seems to be breaking now. It's like I must be in rider's seat or something in order for it to not completely derp out. Not sure what's going on there. But the 1 is breaking now. That seems to still manage. Very interesting creation. I mean, what a hard thing to tackle. I'm going to turn Pong into a coaster. The amount of track needed to put in here. Look at this. I don't think I ended up looking at the ride stats, so you can see them there. We have 2,000 meters in track. If we pop that out, look at this. That is madness. I mean, that's a feat in itself, just trying to figure that out, put it all together, time it to those triggers. It's quite impressive having the paddles move back and forth. I think the only thing you really needed was, like you said in the beginning, you wish you had more time to decorate the exterior. I think actually making like a really cool arcade place where you go, you see this beautiful arcade building, and you go in and you have like an arena and seats and people sitting in there. I use the animatronics, make it like a really lively, almost like Tron style retro a gaming arcade. Riding it at night, have spotlights moving around, big speakers with the Pong sounds, bop, 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 like just, and then some sort of an announcer and stuff like that. I think you could have just, really amped it up. And doing all those things, I think, could have really put you in the top 3. Because this is such an impressive thing that most people wouldn't even be able to wrap their heads around it. And, the triggers and how you did that, it's fairly darn complicated. And the fact that it's actually working now is quite impressive. However, aesthetically, it's not there. And Pong is pretty boring. It's boop, 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 back and forth. That's why it really does need the vibrance and liveliness of like an arcade around it, lots of lights and things of that nature, and colors and all that stuff. Bring it to life, and then all of a sudden it feels like something awesome, like maybe a scene out of Ready Player One or something, and this is just one of the classic games, and it's a giant arena and people are watching this, and it feels like something next gen, Pong brought back, and with some really awesome kick-ass music. I think it could have gone a long way. And this would have been a very impressive creation. It's just lacking the aesthetics. I think the actual ride itself, even though it's just like a jarring, strange coaster experience, I think it's actually pretty cool. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And this is the last submission of the advanced builder bracket, so you guys should be able to check on the community tab now and see the voting form for the beginners, the builders, and advanced, and decide the first, second, and third winners of all 3 current brackets. And we will be moving on to the experts, masters, and legends, and combine them all together. I think we have about 12 or so coasters, so stay tuned for that, everyone. And that's going to do it for this episode of Coaster Spotlight. If you enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos, and if you would like to support the show, you could do so by becoming a patron. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next contest entry. Bye now.